California is the first in the states to have an identified case of the Omicron variant. Dr. Anthony Fauci said the person was a traveler who returned from South Africa on November 22nd and tested positive on the 29th. Travel restrictions were imposed on southern Africa, where the variant was first identified. About 24 other nations have cases of this variant. Good afternoon, I'm Stacy Spivey.
And I'm Lauren Coleman. Researchers are still working to determine how quickly this variant can spread or how severe cases are. Earlier this week, President Biden said the variant is a cause for concern, but not chaos. UNC health experts explain how the variant could have altered and spread.
Somebody's antibodies were fighting against this variant or its predecessor, and this evolved to get around that immunity. Probably was not a vaccinated person. So that can be good and bad. So what it means is that, the immunity that's afforded by vaccination is probably different than the immune response made by the individual that germinated this particular variant.
Dr. David Wall added the theory is the person who originally had the Omicron variant was likely immunocompromised because the virus has a greater chance of replicating in weaker immune systems.
The news of this new variant comes as our state reported a spike in new cases today, more than 3,000 cases in just the last 24 hours. We haven't seen that many new cases since mid-October there, which is a month and a half ago. Back then, it wasn't uncommon to see days with 3,000, even 4,000 new cases in a single day. Lately, though, our highest days have hovered just below 2,400. And today, numbers certainly stand out among our recent numbers.
The Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools Board of Education voted to extend their mask requirement. Students and faculty will continue wearing masks into December. School leaders said masking will be optional for students participating in indoor sporting events and performing arts only while actively participating, playing, or performing. State law requires schools to revisit their mask policy each month. Guilford County School officials say the board is likely to revisit their policy at the next board meeting, which is scheduled for the 14th.
Coming up in 10 minutes, I spoke with a Elon University student studying abroad during the pandemic. Hear what she has to say about how the university is keeping students safe and the success the program has seen at this time.
Pfizer has officially requested the FDA to authorize booster shots for 16 and 17-year-olds. President Joe Biden and health experts agree boosters and first doses for the unvaccinated are the key to protecting ourselves from the new variant. The FDA is expected to consider the request quickly.
It's been 5 days since the Pilot Mountain fire broke out. Crews now have it 20% contained.
More than 1,000 acres have burned, and a burn ban is in place for the entire state until further notice. Firefighters managed to contain the flames down the mountain as they work to put out the fire. The official cause is yet to be determined, but NC Forestry officials believe the fire was human-caused. Most of the state park area around the knob and overlooks were impacted by the fire to some degree. We spoke with a business owner who grew up in the area. He said it's been difficult watching the mountain on fire.
It was just really disheartening. I tell my kids that mountain changes every day if you watch it, and it really changed a lot in a couple of days. It was just a sickening feeling, really, to watch that fire run up the side of it.
The fire has been named the Grindstone Fire because it started along the Grindstone Trail on Pilot Mountain.
We got a look inside the state park yesterday. The fire may be massive, but a closer look at the damage shows positive signs. First, many trees appear to be damaged, but they aren't dead. That will be great for regrowth, but keep in mind this is a first analysis and may not be fully representative of the entire area. The tops of the trees seem to be intact as well, meaning this was more of a ground fire and didn't spread from the tops of the trees like a canopy fire. Our weather team made this map showing the coverage area of that fire. Meantime, another wildfire has sparked east of Asheville. It broke out last night on Pogue Mountain, and the flames are visible from the highway. Firefighters say the fire is difficult to reach because of the terrain. North Carolina Forest Service officials estimate nearly 50 acres have burned. Crews are working to establish lines of containment around the fire. Thankfully, no buildings are threatened at this time, and no one has been injured.
Well, thank goodness they're getting that fire under control, because no real mention of heavy rains in our forecast. There are a couple of days now with at least a 30%. So at this point, we'll take that because we can use it. Temperatures not as cold as in past days, and we'll get warmer tomorrow, but 60 degrees right now in Greensboro, 62 in Winston-Salem and High Point. Even if you head east, RDU, the airport there at 64. Tonight, dropping down to 43. That's better than the 30s where we've seen recently. Partly cloudy skies, not as cold. Much warmer tomorrow. In fact, we'll approach 70 degrees. We'll go with 69 for the official high. It will be breezy at times tomorrow, so it might feel a little bit cooler than that actual 69-degree reading. Most of this rain will stay to the north of us as that frontal boundary passes to the north. It does add some extra cloud cover for us as we head into the overnight period. Warmer air moving in courtesy of this high to the south. That's in the Gulf of Mexico. You can see it slipping down to the south on Thursday, and even by Friday it still is moving on to the east. So we'll stay in that warm sector for at least a couple more days before things will change for us as we head into the weekend, it looks like. But let's take a look at this as we go into Thursday. Sunny, breezy, 69. It'll be 70 on Friday. That's a beautiful day with more sunshine than not. Saturday, Sunday, two different days. 65 Saturday, partly cloudy. A front will move by, drop in some cooler air on Sunday. Highs only 55. And we'll go 58 Monday with a slight chance of rain. Tuesday, dry, 51. And then by Wednesday, another 30% chance of rain with high temperatures right on the money where we should be this time of the year, in the mid-50s.
4 teenagers are accused of ramming a police car with a stolen car late last night in Winston-Salem. Police say they found a stolen Toyota Corolla after midnight that was reported stolen 4 hours earlier. Officers tried to stop the car at the intersection of Home Road and University Parkway when the driver put the car in reverse and backed it into a police car before driving away. Police chased the car down 23rd Street and the driver rammed another police car. The driver ran off the road behind a home, then crashed into a pole. Police said all 4 kids got out of the car and tried to run away, but they were caught. The driver faces several charges and no one was hurt.
Let's get to your 4 to 5 roundup. A 4th person has died after a shooter opened fire at a Michigan high school. Authorities say evidence showed this shooting was not an impulsive act. Police responded to Oxford High School Tuesday for a reported active shooter. The suspected shooter fired at least 12 rounds, then voluntarily surrendered to police. The Oakland County Sheriff's Office said when the student approached authorities, he had 7 rounds of ammunition and a loaded gun. The 15-year-old suspect is being charged as an adult with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of terrorism causing death, among multiple other charges. 7 other people were wounded. The Supreme Court is hearing arguments in the trial over Mississippi's abortion ban. 3 lawyers are arguing their cases in Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization. Mississippi is asking the justices to overturn 2 historic decisions, Roe versus Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey. These cases previously declared women have a constitutional right to abortion before a fetus is viable. Mississippi's new law would ban abortions after 15 weeks. Lower courts declared the law unconstitutional. Guilford County leaders toured Page High School today ahead of the commissioner's vote to put a bond referendum for Guilford County schools on the March ballot. GCS is requesting an additional $1.7 million for improvements and reconstruction. County commissioners toured Page High School and plan to visit a new school in the district every Wednesday to get a better understanding of why Guilford County Schools is in need of funding for repairs. Well, tickets for Hamilton go on sale to the public tomorrow at 10 a.m. Tickets will be available for shows on April 6th through the 24th, 2022. There is a maximum purchase limit of 8 tickets per account. Prices will range from $49 to $179. And remember to purchase your tickets either directly from the Tanger Center or from Ticketmaster. We'll be right back. As the Omicron variant spreads and countries remain on high alert, Elon University students continue to study abroad all across the globe. This winter term, 770 students will be overseas. Their study abroad participation rate #1 in the country for 17 years, but their #1 priority, keeping students safe among this global pandemic.
I'm still in awe, and I've been here for 3 months.
Life in London, a dream for Carson Davis Tennell. Now a reality thanks to Elon University.
At first, I was like, this is the scariest thing I've ever done. But now looking back at it, I'm about to leave. I have like 23 days or something left. I'm like, I don't want to leave.
Carson is one of 1,700 students Elon sends across the globe each year. More than 80% of their student body will graduate with some kind of overseas experience. Even a global pandemic not slowing down the school's participation rate.
For this upcoming winter term, we ended up having the highest number of applications we've ever had in the history of study abroad at Elon.
Dean of Global Education at Elon, Nick Gozick, says COVID has certainly had a massive impact on how they do things, but each student has been following guidelines like masking and vaccinations.
Every single day, we think about COVID. We're monitoring situations in all the countries where we send students.
It actually has been like not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
For Carson, the biggest challenge has been traveling to other European countries. But she says as long as you have your vaccination card and get a negative test, everything runs smoothly. And every protocol during the pandemic worth the overall experience.
This has been like the best time of my life. So, yeah.
Yeah, Carson was telling me she plans to go back and live there after she graduates from school. That's how much she's enjoyed it. And I am so sad I never got to study abroad. I did go abroad while I was in college just for vacation, but I wish I would have. And Lauren, you said that you did.
It's a great experience. So when I was in college, I did a J term, which is basically the 4 weeks during the winter break in St. Kitts and Nevis in the Caribbean. And we studied public health and emergency disaster management. So we got to see the hospitals there. We got to even go to a call center to see how they send out alerts, media alerts when there's like a tornado or, some type of emergency. And it was just so much fun. Stuff that you can't learn in a book. You just have to be there.
When you said St. Kitts, I said, you studied beaches and restaurateur.
There was a little bit of that too.
Yeah,
we would have class and then we would go to the beach afterwards.
My gosh.
We even went snorkeling and climbed a volcano.
See, now that's something you're right
It was
about.
an awesome
Can we
experience.
study abroad
Yes.
as adults?
I guess you could
Could be
if
a
you have the
chaperone.
vacation time.
Yeah, do some stories.
You know what?
Overseas.
We could take 4 to 5 on the road
Yes.
abroad.
Do it live through the internet. We'll do
Yeah,
that.
I'm
sure the boss
I'm
will
sure
sign
they'd
off.
pay for that. Yeah.
Great.
No problem at all.
Wink, wink.
We'll take a short break. We'll talk to the boss, and you might see us in 2 minutes. We'll see. That little countdown right there makes me nervous. 24 days until Christmas. Hope you're doing your shopping. It seems like every time we turn around, there are a slew of holiday happenings all across the Triad and the Piedmont, including Friendly Center's classic Waving Santa. It's been around for a while. I spoke with marketing director Sarah Kotelnicki, who says he's as big in nostalgia as he is in size.
He's been up for 62 years. He is standing at over 13 feet tall. His waistband is a circumference of over 13 feet. His waving arm is over 4 feet tall and waves 16 times per minute. He came to Friendly Center from Pennsylvania in 1957 and has been up ever since.
Sarah says he's basically the symbol of the holidays for the shopping center and has become a family tradition for a lot of locals.
We hear stories of people bringing their kids, their grandkids, their great-grandkids to have that same photo, kind of that time-lapse experience and that tradition. And it's definitely awesome to be able to provide that. I came from North Dakota where we did not have anything like this. And so at first when people were talking about it, I said, people come from all over to get a picture with a lawn ornament, but now I get it. I get it. It's very nostalgic, and we love being able to offer that to the community, especially in the last couple of years that have been a little bit abnormal. To have that piece of normalcy and that piece of tradition is just an honor for us.
And it is not a lawn ornament because that thing is gigantic, and it has been around forever. And it seems like she said they'll get calls in October going, when is he going up? When is he going up?
So he's up now?
He's up now. It's always Black Friday is when
Okay.
they put him up, and then I think they take him down shortly right after Christmas.
Where?
It's right at the entrance of Friendly Center off Friendly Road. So if you're going in, I mean, you can't miss this thing. He's so huge.
Oh, I went to Harris Teeter yesterday
went the
after
other
work.
way.
Okay, because I'm
Yes.
like, I didn't see this thing, but
It's
I go
on the opposite
Okay,
side.
I'm going to make sure I check it out the next time I go over
Yeah,
there.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Oh, you
I
have
feel
to
like you would know,
Yeah,
right? If you
13
saw it.
feet, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it's gigantic, and it is like this mechanical arm. It's just always waving like that.
I wonder
It's
if
crazy.
kids are afraid of it.
I bet that some of the little ones are. She said that they actually have families who will, like their great-grandmother took a picture of themselves there, and then their grandmother, and then their mom, and them. And so they have all these. That's what she said, like a time lapse people do with pictures that for generations. Because I mean, it's 62 years.
That's a beautiful tradition.
Pretty
I
cool.
love that. Now, didn't he get a paint job recently?
He did, that's right.
Yes,
yeah.
or last year?
It was either last year or the year before. They did a little bit of an overhaul on him. I mean, 62-year-old mechanical device. They got to work on it.
Needs a little freshening up.
Well, let's keep with the holiday spirit. With supply chain issues and shipping delays, experts say we should have started gift shopping yesterday. So I asked you on Facebook, have you changed any of your holiday shopping habits due to supply chain issues, or if you've even started shopping at all? Gerald Legg says, ain't gonna do it, LOL. It's gonna be a gift card kind of Christmas. I'm feeling that way too. Jean Gervin wrote, I have been shopping all year long, so I am pretty much ready. Justin Adams says, nope, my family doesn't buy gifts. We cook good food, hang out, fellowship, etc. And then Anna Turman says, I have been shopping a ton online. So you guys, have you started shopping?
I have started, and let me tell you, this may be one of the earliest that I've started shopping. I am finished with my wife's presents, but there's one on back order that I'm scared to death is not going to get here. Because they keep like, I'll get an email, oh, it's expected the 20th. Oh, well, it's the 15th. Well, no, it's the 23rd. So
They just keep
I don't
pushing
know.
it back.
Yeah.
So you're just like checking your tracker like every morning.
Exactly.
Yeah. I really, because of everything that we've been talking about, I got a head start. I never do that, kind of like you. I'm usually last minute. So I've gotten pretty much everything except for stocking stuffers. So just like the fun little things you go and find like at Target.
That's fun to shop for.
Yeah, I
The
like
little
those.
things like that.
Y'all are both doing better than me.
Really?
I have
Oh,
not
no.
started, but I have started asking what people want. My sister sent me what she wanted, so I'm gonna make sure that I do that. But I mean, I don't really see anything wrong with a gift card.
I don't
At the
either.
age
Not
I
at
am
all.
now, I mean, I get like it seems more personal when someone buys you
Yeah.
something, but give me the gift card so I know what kind of shoes I
Oh my
want or
goodness,
what
yeah.
color that I want.
That's funny. All my boys were asking for money and gift cards.
Yeah.
Only my little girl is asking for specific gifts. The rest of them are just like, I'd just rather have a gift card. than
Yeah,
money.
and people who are hard to shop for, like my dad is hard to shop for, but he likes tech stuff. So me and my sister are like, I'm like, I got him a Best Buy gift card, and she's like, that's what I got him
perfect.
too.
That's perfect.
I mean, I think that's the best way to go.
Yeah.
It's easy on you as like the gift giver, but like the receiver, you get to pick whatever you want.
Yes.
I think it's a win-win.
Now, I do one gift for my wife every year, because she usually sends me links. I want this, or whatever, and I'll buy those. But I always do one every year. I call it my out on the limb gift. I get her something that I just picked out. And she has the right to take it back and has done that before. But it's just something I just try to find that I think I like.
So that you're surprised.
Yeah, you got to have something that's a surprise.
Yeah.
Just one at least.
I love it.
Aww. We'll be right back.
So cute.
We love.
Another couple days of dry weather before we see at least a little rain chance, a 30% coming in toward the beginning of next week. But through the weekend, not too bad. There is a big change coming up, though, temperature-wise, between your Saturday and your Sunday. 2 different days. They're about 10 degrees apart in high temperatures. We're at 60 in the Triad right now, at least at the airport. Wilmington at 67, Asheville a cooler 59, and Boone down to 51. Not a lot of change in our temperatures. You see the hour by hour here. We've got some cloud cover in the short term, probably heading into the evening. Overnight, we'll see some gradual clearing, but even with that, overnight lows will still be in the 40s, and that's better than those low 30s we were seeing at some points over the last several days. Cloud cover, yeah, we've got partly to variably cloudy skies as you head into the evening. The rain you see to the north will stay up there. This probably not making it over the mountains. It'll all be lifting up to the north and to the east and just skirt by. But on the other side of the mountains, maybe a little bit of rain as we head into the night, but not so much for us. We're still in that dry pattern. Now, when you look at the surface chart here, high pressure to the south, bringing in with that clockwise flow of winds, we get kind of a southwest flow that'll keep us warm, not only for your Thursday, but also for Friday as well. And Saturday warm too, but really in the short term, this is some nice weather. Sunshine and 69 tomorrow, be a little bit breezy through Friday, 70 and sunny on Friday, 2 good days. Weekend, cool down a little bit, 65 on Saturday, partly cloudy. A front will skirt by, no real rain with that one, but the clouds build in, at least on Sunday. Now Monday, we will get a little rain from it, 30% chance of rain, 55 Sunday, 58 Monday, a dry 51 on Tuesday, and another slight rain chance. We'll go with a 30% chance and a high of 56 by midweek next week.
Today on U Day, Coach Lamont shares a proverb that reminds us the power of vision and how it can change your life.
There's a spiritual proverb that says, where there is no vision, the people perish. This has always struck at the core of my life. See, the word perish doesn't necessarily mean a physical death. It relates to the spirit and also to the mind. Our greatest torment is sometimes self-inflicted. When our life has no vision, it has no direction. And without direction, your life lacks expectation. This is why so many just accept what life brings and settle for any outcome. See it this way. A leaf carried by the wind does not choose the direction it goes in. It is guided by whatever the wind's direction decides to go. This is why you must select today the direction your life is going to go. And when it gets there, you'll be pleased that it did. This is Coach Lamont. Make today your best you day. I'll see you tomorrow.
That.
Yeah, hey, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie, they forever go together.
That's the right one.
Yep.
Hi there, good afternoon everybody. Eric Chilton with you with Lauren Coleman and Stacy Spivey.
Yeah, welcome back to the 4 to 5. If you're watching at home, online, on air, Fire Stick, Roku, WFMY News 2 app. And did you guys know that we are also on Facebook?
Yes, we are.
We are on Facebook, so make sure that you come and join us. But we're going to go ahead and hop into our top story. The North Carolina A&T community is mourning the loss of one of their own, volleyball student athlete Fatima Shabazz. Shabazz was a redshirt senior from Cincinnati, Ohio. She passed from complications from a brain aneurysm after a medical emergency during Saturday's Big South semifinal tournament matchup against High Point. The head coach spoke to the media today.
And Fatima was a wonderful student and a wonderful person, and she was doing everything so well. She graduated with her undergraduate degree. She's in her master's program, bright, talented young lady. So it hurts, and it hurts deeply.
The Aggies' next match will be Saturday against UConn in the National Invitational Volleyball Championship. Funeral arrangements for Fatima have not been announced yet. WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey will share more on her memory coming up at 5.
Today marks 66 years since Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white passenger in Montgomery, Alabama. To honor her, the Memphis Area Transit Authority in Tennessee reserved the first passenger seat on every bus Each seat had a sign displayed to honor her legacy and dedication to the civil rights movement. Parks was arrested on December 1st, 1955 in Alabama, which sparked the Montgomery bus boycott. The Supreme Court later outlawed segregation on public transportation. And I've been to the Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, and if you haven't been there, I highly recommend it. It's really incredible. Same with the one that's here, but I think that that's great that they were honoring her today, and just anyone that got on a bus could immediately see that and be, remembered, and their memory was sparked of what happened.
Absolutely. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was going to say, talking about my parents, so I was a very late kid, and my parents were born in the 1920s. And so my mom said when she was a little girl, she remembers when they made African Americans sit in the back of the bus. And she said, I remember her saying this, I will never forget this. She said once, she goes, I remember crying because of the way they were treated. And she said, she was like 6, so there was not anything she could do. And she said, I never had that memory erased from my mind of the way people were treated. And that stuck with me too, even as a little kid, and I didn't see any of that, but it was really fascinating the way she said that and the impact it left on her.
And I think what they're doing in Memphis by leaving that open seat, it does spark that conversation, and it does jog memories, because 66 years ago wasn't really that long ago. My parents are only 60. So it's just a reminder of we've accomplished a lot, but we still have a long ways to go when it comes to truly having equality for all.
Yeah, y'all just made me think about, my mom told me the other day, I had no clue, but she told me when she was in 1st grade, that's when her school was integrated.
Wow.
And I was just thinking about that. I was like, Mom, you've never told me that. I had no idea. It's just crazy to think about that wasn't actually that long ago.
Truly, that's exactly right. And you go to the Civil Rights Center and look at the dates on some of this stuff, it's within at least our parents' or grandparents' lifetime, so it's not as distant as you think.
And some things just changed maybe even 10, 15 years ago, if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty of some things. So I think it's great what they're doing there, and it just sparks a conversation beyond the classroom. It's another thing just to really see it. Well, we're going to move along in some other news. PTI Airport is looking at major improvements thanks to funding approved by the General Assembly. More than $100 million would fund Project Thunderbird. It's a high-yield project that could create at least 1,750 jobs. It's unclear what company would come to the area, but the bill refers to a, quote, airplane manufacturer. We're going to dig into this bill and the logistics that could expand PTI Airport coming up at 5:45.
Last week, President Joe Biden announced the U.S. would release 50 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. The order was given to help lower gas prices for Americans, but has it really helped lower what you pay at the pump? Our Verified team answers whether you'll see lower gas prices in the coming weeks.
It's been nearly a week since President Biden announced his plan to, quote, lower gas and oil prices for Americans by calling for the release of 50 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, a group of oil storage facilities located in Texas and Louisiana along the Gulf Coast. People on social media are wondering if Americans will actually see a drop in gas prices soon. So let's verify. Does the release of 50 million barrels of oil mean there will be a significant drop in gas prices? Our sources include the White House, Andy Lipow, president of Lipow Oil Associates, the U.S. Energy and Information Administration, Gas Buddy, and Ellen Edmonds, public relations manager for AAA. According to the Department of Energy, as of November 21st, there were 604.5 million barrels of oil in the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. The White House's plan is to release 50 million of those barrels in 2 parts. 32 million barrels will be exchanged or loaned to refiners. Those will need to be returned with interest, and 18 million will be sold. The idea is to increase the supply of oil, which would push gas prices down. But Andy Lipow, an energy industry consultant based out of Houston, says it's not that simple.
The biggest misconception is probably that it's going to have an immediate impact on lowering gasoline prices. When we look at the details of the exchange or the sale, it appears that this is going to occur over a several-month period, meaning that its impact to the market is going to be mitigated.
He says the oil being loaned to refiners won't be available until 2022, and the barrels being sold won't necessarily go to U.S. buyers.
The reason that the consumer will not see a significant decline is because the oil market remains tight. And while this has accelerated the supply of oil, it hasn't fixed the problem because most of that oil still needs to be paid back in the future.
According to the U.S. Energy and Information Agency, better indicators of retail gas prices are crude oil prices and the level of gasoline supply relative to gasoline demand. Since the oil released from the reserves isn't new production and there is no guarantee on who is getting the oil and when the reserves will be returned, it's not certain that prices will drop as a result of this increase in supply. According to AAA, if gas prices do lower, they aren't likely to do so until the end of 2022. So we can verify, no, the release of 50 million barrels of oil does not mean there will be a significant drop in gas prices.
Watching for some dry air again over the next couple of days, but we'll see some changes by the time we get to Monday. We think there's a couple of days in our 7-day where we actually have a 30% chance of rain. Not great, but that's what we have. We're in the 50s heading into the night tonight. More cloud cover early. We'll see some gradual clearing in the overnight hours, and probably those overnight lows will be in the 40s as you head into tomorrow morning. That's usually your step out temperature, so we'll go with the 40s, much warmer than where we have been. And the blanket of clouds that we see right now, that's helping with that, kind of holding in as the heat that the earth absorbs during the day with the sun escapes. It can't go very far with that cloud cover, so we end up with a blanket of clouds and warmer overnight lows. Rain will stay to the north. That high pressure will be in control as that drifts to the east and to the south, and that'll keep us warm for at least a couple of days. In fact, we expect to see temperatures close to 70 for Thursday and Friday. Breezy both days, but lots of sunshine. That's a great couple of days. Weekend's not bad. 65 on Saturday. Clouds build in second half of the day, and then Sunday mostly cloudy, 55. That front will move by on Monday. There's your 30% chance of rain. Again, lows still fairly mild in the 40s that entire time. 58 on Monday. Now our normal high is 56, so a little bit cooler and drier on Tuesday with partly cloudy and 51. And then by Wednesday, there's that 30% chance of rain. Now our overnight lows for Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning back to the 30s, where they should be actually, and highs around 56 by Wednesday of next week.
All right, it's either thumbs up or thumbs down. It is officially the holidays. That gets a
thumbs up.
Okay, we're good. Okay, so here's an example of a thumbs down. Are you ready? A survey was just done of 2,000 people. 52% gave the thumbs down to wrapping gifts. What do you say about that?
I hate wrapping gifts.
You don't like wrapping, Lauren.
Well, I will put that in a gift bag, put a little bit of tissue paper in there, and we're good to go.
You obviously like the wrapping.
I don't mind it. I'm not the best at it, but I don't mind doing it because I think it looks nice.
I miss the department store days when you could pay
when
a
they
fee.
would wrap it.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so the average person spends $56 on wrapping paper a year and the bows and all the gift bags and all that stuff. What are the things that you just don't wrap because they're just too hard?
Oh, the weird shaped like basketballs and footballs that come in those weird containers. Those are hard.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking like big gifts like a bicycle or something. You know, obviously you just stick a bow on it.
Okay, so this is what folks said are the hardest to wrap, and ding, 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 ding. It's like Family Feud, and people are right. Bicycles top the list, gym equipment, sports balls, right? Guitars and candles. I don't know why candles is on there, because to me I'm like, okay, that's easy. But anyway, more than half the polls, they said that they can tell what something is and who it is from based solely on the wrap.
Yes.
That must mean that you bad rappers, they know. Okay.
This must be from
all right.
Lauren.
All right, so here's this. Do you try to figure out what's in a present, especially if it's a Secret Santa situation?
100%.
Yeah, oh yeah, always.
Okay, because you're like, I really want the good gift. I don't want the bad gift,
See how
right?
heavy it is.
Yes.
So you think heavy is better?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Okay, so I got a worse or a best gift, kind of like story stuff from Secret Santa exchanges. We wanted people to say what they said. So here's what the survey said here. 2,000 people polled. Again, the worst gifts they received from a Secret Santa include bars of soap, knockoff Chia Pets, and random vegetables. Who gives a vegetable?
That is just lazy.
That's the funniest thing I've
Like,
ever
here's the
forgot they needed a
pumpkin.
gift.
Like, I'm done with the pumpkin. Here, you can have it.
Have a rutabaga.
Do you have a good or a
Throw some
bad
onions in
Santa gift, like Secret Santa gift?
Oh, that's hard to think
I
about.
haven't done that in so long.
Yeah, my family did a Secret Santa with gift cards though.
Okay.
And everyone wanted the Amazon gift card.
Well, of course, because that's the easiest one, right?
yeah, but
Okay.
I can't say I've had any bad ones.
No bad ones.
I've been lucky.
You never got a random vegetable.
No, I never got squash.
God bless the person who got
I
a
can think of some
random
people I'd give
vegetable.
that to this
A
year.
random vegetable?
Yeah,
Here's
sure.
rutabaga.
Yep.
All right, 71% of folks surveyed said they gave the thumbs down for the Secret Santa exchange. Would you agree?
I don't mind it too
I think
much.
it's fun.
Yeah, I
It
do too.
depends, yeah.
Okay. Well, then I say that we do Secret Santa. Everybody brings something good.
You have to have
no
like a
problem.
price limit though.
A
Yeah,
price limit,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
20 bucks,
Yeah,
right? That's probably good.
yeah, that sounds
All right.
good.
We'd like to hear from you. I put it on my Facebook page. One lady said she got a jewelry box that the outside of the jewelry box was so yellowed she could tell that someone had been using it for like a really long time.
No.
And I was like,
Did they at least
okay.
say it was like an antique or something?
no. You know what I always wanted to get? Someone one year always had the chargers for your battery. So like if you broke down on the side of the road,
Oh,
you could
yeah.
charge yourself and you didn't have to wait for anybody. I always thought that was a great Secret Santa gift.
Oh.
Good idea.
No? Everybody's like,
I would take that.
"Eh."
I mean, I
Take
think
that's
it's a good
useful. I
gift,
like
but-
things I can use.
All right, so maybe just the Amazon gift card. All right, Stacey, what about you?
Okay, so Secret Santa or not, there's probably a gift that you've gotten for Christmas one year that you just really didn't like. So I asked you on my Facebook page, what has been the worst Christmas gift you've ever received? Okay, ever. Debbie says a re-gifted Bath & Body Works shower gel from whom I gave it to the previous year. Yeah, I knew. Apparently she didn't. Gosh. June got bubblegum wrap and Christmas paper. Okay. Scotty writes, the only presents I have received that could be called bad were given to me in jest. The laughs were plentiful. Mary says, paint for me to paint the living room. Found out it was a joke from my husband. He came through with a nice gift. That's good though. Lisa though, this one really stuck to me. Got a pig-shaped briefcase made from plastic. And then someone commented and said, I guess I'd be okay in Arkansas because, you know, they're the hogs. And Donna shares she was given 2 rolls of masking tape from her mother-in-law.
What does that mean?
So I know.
She talks too much or
What
something?
does
How
that
does your
mean?
mouth?
Mother-in-law trying to tell you, Donna.
So I had a boss from 20 years ago who told me, I said, what are you getting your wife for Christmas? And he said, a label maker. And I said, that is hard. Well, found out later, she's obsessed with organization. She was so excited because and I actually saw his attic, they had boxes labeled like alphabetically with things that they store. It was crazy. And she wanted that. So she wanted a vacuum cleaner and a label maker. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
If I gave my wife that, I'd be out.
She'd be like, are you telling me to do chores?
Get out. That's right.
I have a similar gift, not an organizer, but one Christmas my dad got me and my sister toolboxes, a Tomboy toolbox kit, so all the tools were
Like a pink hammer. Yeah.
And I was in high school when this happened, so I'm thinking, what do I need this for? But you know what? It comes in handy now. So
That's
I have
right.
like a hammer, a screwdriver, but then I was like, this
You're
is
like,
an interesting
okay.
gift. Thank you.
I have to add one more that I think it was Scott put on there. He said he was handed divorce papers.
No. Was he serious or you don't know?
I don't know.
Yikes,
Wow.
the shade.
I don't know.
Or
Merry
petty
Christmas.
boots.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. All right, think about that during the break. We're coming right back. So, with only 24 days left until Christmas, wouldn't it be nice to do all of your shopping but still have fun in the same location? Well, Friendly Center has us covered here. I spoke with their marketing director, Sarah Kotelnicki, about a couple of things, including pet pics with St. Nick.
Pets are absolutely 100% a part of the family, and people are bringing them out. It's so fun to see their outfits that the pets get to wear, and it's really fun. We also have a pop-up shop in partnership with the Guilford Animal Center, and they actually are pupping up over at Friendly Center in one of our vacant spaces, and it's adoption center. So we actually had those dogs come out and model for us, and it was so fun. Santa loves his pets, and the photos are great. He's great with the dogs and cats too. So it's a really fun, whimsical way to incorporate your furry friends.
In addition to that, there's some really cool kind of random events happening all over the grassy plaza there. That's the area near Ben & Jerry's, including wandering carolers and a way to spread holiday cheer digitally.
We also have some fun holiday photo installations there. We have some giant mistletoe that you can snag a kiss from your loved one under and snap a photo. And then we also have a lighted sign that just says joy, and it makes for a really fun Instagrammable moment that can be your digital holiday card.
Instagram.
That's cool. And Stacy was mentioning too, you're right, that those things are popping up everywhere. There's always a place to get a good selfie wherever you are.
Yeah,
like.
I just said it's all about the Instagram these days. It really is. I love the mistletoe thing. That's cute.
And it's like a giant one too. It's neat.
I just love the Friendly Center. Like, since I've moved here, that's one of the places I like to walk around, or if people come into the town, I'll be like, let's head to the Friendly Center and walk around. So this is definitely a great place to have that holiday feel.
And they're carolers they're talking about. They're dressed in period costumes. They look like they're from like the 16th century or the 17th century, and they're like dressed in like almost like Christmas Carol type thing.
Oh, I love that.
And they go around and sing in harmony. I think there's 4 or 5 of them. We've had them on the show and Good Morning Show several times, but they're wandering around that same area, and it's so nice to hear that music when you're shopping and not just playing out over loudspeakers.
So is it continued like all season or just certain days?
It's certain days.
Okay.
You need to, check Friendly Center's website or this my story on this on our WFMYnews2.com, because they're kind of sporadic, but it's hit and miss, but they're always during the busiest time.
Okay.
I feel like Friday would probably be the best day to go. It's gonna be warmer on Friday.
Yes.
That might be a good idea.
That'd be nice. Get some dinner over there, walk around.
All right, we'll do it. It's us.
It's a date.
You.
Doing this.
On Chilton.
On Chilton.
No,
he makes the big bucks.
I'm pointing this way. We'll be right back. Stay there.
A TikToker is dividing users with her makeup transformation. Take a look at this. User Chloe Fountain's videos start without any makeup and hair not styled, and then she's all dolled up. The Canadian influencer has received so many comments about whether or not the two are the same person that she started captioning her videos, "Yes, we are the same person." She recently posted a video transformation giving a hint after receiving 500,000 followers. In the transformation, a piece of tape appears to stick off her neck, and then she presses the tape down. Fountain says if she gets 1 million followers, she'll share her secrets.
Wow.
So that's
That is
incredible.
So that's her down there?
Yeah. So I think the main difference is the wrinkles, but I guess if you
She looks
do
so
a certain
much
contour,
And I think she's doing on purpose. You know what I mean? Like
She's kinda like
doing
going
the
this,
chin
yeah.
thing, and
I mean,
that's
she's
amazing.
beautiful either way, but it almost looks like a mother-daughter like
it does.
type of thing. I mean, the power of contour.
But I will say that tape, if you do it, it really pulls back everything, and I'm sure that's what she did for her entire face.
That's
That's
amazing.
so interesting.
Makeup can work wonders.
We should
I was
hire-
just talking about, like, I don't have eyebrows, they're very blonde, so I have to fill them in every day. And sometimes when my friends, when they see me without makeup, they're like, whoa, I forgot you don't have eyebrows.
It is
kinda
funny
what
how,
happens.
because you see people, and especially like when we do like Zoom meetings.
Yeah,
remember
in
back
the
when
morning,
Yeah.
I'm like coming in like, hey y'all,
No makeup.
no makeup. Sometimes I still have a roller in my hair.
My wife rarely wears makeup at all. She just does like, what is
Mascara.
it? Yes,
Mascara.
thank you. I forgot what it's called. She does that and that's it. So
Yeah.
I was like, she's lucky. But you're right, that's a transformation.
That is amazing. I need to start following her and get some tips.
The older I get,
Seriously.
I might be doing it too. We'll be back.
Now give me your stuff. We go 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's nice and hot for you. Wait, it's still Stacy. I'm trying to take it off.
Hi there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have not.
No, I think that she does.
She does.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Hi, mic check. 1, 2, 3.
A beer league?
Hey there, Oklahoma or
Mic check, Jalen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
believe it's already December 1st? I don't know about you, but I feel like this year flew by. So many life changes occurred over the last 11 months. I started a new job, moved to a new city, and I've made several new friends. Not only that, I've gotten a chance to really work on myself and goals I wanted to accomplish. At the start of the pandemic, I stopped going to the gym, and like many, I put on the COVID-15. New Year's Day, I made it a goal to get back into a physical fitness routine, and I can proudly say that I did that. I joined a gym and I go 3 to 4 days a week. I'm feeling stronger and more confident in my skin than I did last year. But I wonder, where would I be if I started sooner? Why did I feel I had to wait till the start of the year to set my goals? I even went all out and made a vision board. Why not start a new life right now? We have 31 days left in 2021. Treat every day like a new beginning. Don't waste time pushing things off to the next day. Start getting into the swing of things now. You'll go into the